that. So we thought it'd be interesting to talk to Chip Roy. He's a Republican member of Congress from Texas. He's got his own list of priorities, and we're grateful that he's going to share them with us now. Congressman, thanks so much for coming on. So it seems like, I mean, I'm not an expert on what Republicans think, but every Republican I ever talk to says this stuff's, people fully vaxxed, whatever. You can be for the vaccine and still think a digital health passport for internal travel is like Soviet. Why aren't the leaders of your party saying that?
Yeah, this is the thing we should be shouting from the rooftops, Tucker. And look, it's not enough for Republicans to say that we're about taking back the House or taking back the Senate. We should be about taking back America. And we should give America a 250th birthday in July of 2026 of radical dedication to liberty, radical empowerment of the people. Let's talk about defunding. Why do we spend money? Why do we take taxpayer dollars and borrow money to fund a Department of Justice that targets people like Scott Smith, who you had on your show 15 minutes ago, after they went after him for protecting his daughter? Why are we funding a Department of Homeland Security that refuses to secure the border? Why are we funding Anthony Fauci? Why are we funding to the tune of $8 billion the CDC to put out their ridiculous guidelines on masks and $3 billion to an FDA to tell us it's going to be 55 years for a FOIA request? Why are we funding that? It makes absolutely no sense. Why are we funding
can I answer the question? I can answer the question. Yeah. It's not that Kevin McCarthy and the rest of the guys just don't know what Republicans care about or haven't looked at the issues, is they're afraid. And if they do any of the things you mentioned, they're going to be called names by legacy media. You're a racist or whatever. And that's the leash that controls them. Why don't we have leaders who don't care what the New York Times says, honestly?
Well, look, I mean, I think you just mentioned racism, the modern day scarlet letter. Let's actually go to war on that. Let's end every department, every diversity officer. Let's end every program involving critical race theory. Let's end it across all of the federal government. Let's set our own goalposts for radical liberty and defense of the people. Let's choose states instead of the federal government. Let's choose small businesses instead of corporate cronyism. Why are we funding big pharma? Why are we funding through the Obamacare and our massive regime of health care insurance companies to get enriched and to be an arm of the government to use the power to go after us? And why are we listening to Dr. Fauci lecture Rand Paul and Roger Marshall in the Senate when he's a bureaucrat? Get rid of him. And that's one thing we should do. Fire bureaucrats. You ask what our agenda ought to be? It's to go through and say, stop funding the tyranny over the American people. Let's stand up for the people, empower them by firing bureaucrats, defunding bureaucrats, stop giving money to the very people that are constraining us. Republicans go down to the floor of the House and they say $30 trillion of debt. Stop doing that. Talk about the fact that taxpayer dollars and borrowing money is being used to go after us.
I think that's protect your voters. Exactly. Congressman Chip Roy of Texas. We're grateful you came on. Thank you.